Every year, hundreds of thousands of people lace up their hiking boots, put on Gore-Tex jackets, and spend a month walking across Spain. They do it for vacation, for exercise, or for a mental reset. 800 years ago, taking this exact same path was a desperate fight for survival. Look at this map. The route from Paris to Santiago de Compostela stretches roughly 800 kilometers. Today, that is a short flight. In the Middle Ages, doing it on foot meant walking for months across rugged, completely unmapped terrain. The distance was the least of their worries. If you check the threat zones on this map, taking a coastal route meant facing Mediterranean pirates. Inland, travelers walked directly through expanding pockets of the Black Plague. Even if you avoided disease and starvation, the forests were populated by bandits who specifically targeted pilgrims for the few coins they carried. People knew the odds of dying on the road were high, yet they went by the millions. For some, the choice was forced by a judge. Medieval courts frequently sentenced criminals to walk to distant holy sites. If they survived the gauntlet and returned home, their crimes were officially forgiven. Others went willingly, driven by failing health. This is a technical source image of a golden reliquary. Containers like this were built to house supposed fragments of saints or holy relics. When medieval medicine failed, desperate people believed that physically touching the relic inside these expensive boxes was their only chance at physical healing. We have modern legal systems now. We have modern medicine. The original reasons for undertaking this journey no longer exist. Yet more people voluntarily subject themselves to this physical agony today than at any point in history. To understand why, we have to look at what the road actually does to the human mind. Take a look at this historical painting. The traveler is wearing the pilgrim's uniform. Notice this heavy cloak and the simple wooden staff. Before a person even left their village, they put this on, erasing any sign of their wealth, their profession, or their social standing. This white scalloped shell, marked with a red cross, completed the uniform. You tied it to your bag. It served as the traveler's passport, undeniable proof to everyone you passed that you were undertaking an authorized journey. Once on the road, the body began to break down. Feet blistered, muscles tore, and food was scarce. But this physical agony was entirely intentional. Pain was treated as the currency of the trip, the proof of your spiritual sacrifice. Because everyone suffered the same blisters and walked through the same mud, the road became a strict equalizer. A wealthy monarch and a destitute farmer found themselves sharing food around the same fire, stripped of their societal rank. The physical toll acted as a mechanical crucible. It systematically exhausted the body to break down the traveler's ego and societal conditioning. As millions subjected themselves to this crucible, an enormous economy sprang up around them. Whole towns grew wealthy by providing networks of hospices and food to the masses, while a booming market sold thousands of fake bones and splinters to travelers. The sheer volume of foot traffic forced architectural engineering to evolve. Look closely at the space behind these pillars in this cathedral. This curved, continuous hallway is called an ambulatory. It was invented so massive crowds could walk past a holy object without stopping and causing a traffic jam. With so much wealth moving along these corridors, elite military organizations like the Knights Templar were formed to guard the roads. They didn't just provide security, they developed some of the first financial systems for travelers, allowing pilgrims to deposit money in one city and withdraw it hundreds of miles later. Empires and economies were built along the edges of the path. Inside the traveler's mind, a different process took hold. Away from the complex decisions of home, the mind narrows to a single task, the next step. This sustained rhythm and the reduction of choice acts as a natural filter, stripping away persistent anxieties until only the present moment remains. While the infrastructure for these journeys, the fixed routes, the guarded exchange of money, and the hospitality networks laid the foundation for tourism and banking, the internal shift remains the primary draw. The road doesn't offer a miracle. It offers the clarity that comes from weeks of repetitive physical focus. After months of starvation, terror, and physical decay, a traveler would crest the final hill and finally see these towering spires of the Santiago Cathedral. The sudden visual confirmation that they survived frequently triggered complete emotional collapse. Yet reaching the building was not the climax. The final act happened at night. The muddy, blood-stained clothes the traveler had worn for hundreds of miles were thrown into a fire. The old self was burned away, leaving a blank slate. These modern hikers walking past the traditional shell markers today are seeking that exact same blank slate. They aren't looking for legal pardons. They are utilizing the severe physical demands of the road to silence the noise of modern life. At the base of this iron cross, you can see thousands of rocks, letters, and photographs left by the people who passed by. These physical objects are evidence of internal battles fought, processed, and left behind on the mountain. The distant cathedral, the golden relics, and the final destination were always an illusion meant to keep you walking. The true shrine was being built inside your own mind with every painful step. All you have to do is take the first one,